It is deer rifle season here in Missouri, and we had a call this morning of somebody that shot a deer last night and couldn't find it. So we're gonna go out there and try to help them find it. We've got with us 4 drones from Autel. We have the EVO Lite 640T, the EVO Max 4T, the EVO Max 4N, and the Alpha, all from Autel Robotics. They're all thermal drones that should be good for a job like this, but all have some different capabilities and some unique features that could help us have a better chance of finding this deer. So there's no guarantee. It's always a little bit of a shot in the dark, but we're gonna do what we can to help this guy find his deer. We're here with Elliot, and we're gonna try to find a deer that he shot last night, right?
Correct.
And it was a pretty good deer?
I think the biggest one of my life, hopefully.
Okay, and you said you shot it kind of back over there somewhere, is that right?
It's about probably quarter mile that way.
Okay, and you've got it marked on Onyx where you shot it, and you saw a blood trail, I think, is that right?
I was following the blood trail and then came to an end, kept looking for a couple hours, and don't know where he went from there, so.
Okay, and you are you're a Mizzou student, right?
Yep.
What are you studying?
Right now I'm studying agribusiness management. I kind of want to get into land restoration and creating good hunting properties. It's kind of the way I'm leaning right now, but not for sure.
Very cool. So drones might be a big part of that someday.
Yeah, it might come in handy for sure.
Yeah. So we're going to look at 4 different models today and just kind of try them all out. Deer recovery is never a guarantee. We're going to do our best to find it, but you never really know. And we've got a lot of thick. What's this plant called?
Miscanthus grass.
And what's that used for?
I mean, they use it for a bunch of things, but I know like the main thing is they grind it up and they use it for like, I forget what it's called, but like the cardboard boxes, like what Chipotle bowls are made out of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very cool. So you think it could be down in this miscanthus grass somewhere potentially?
It very likely could be in the miscanthus grass, which it's pretty much impossible to walk through it and find anything in it. So a drone would definitely be helpful with that.
Yeah, so we're hoping the thermal would pick something up through that. And we've got 4 models that have thermal capabilities here, all from Autel Robotics. And we're gonna try them all out, talk about the differences and the different features that each of them have. So starting over here, we have the 640T. This is the entry-level thermal offering from Autel. All these drones have a lot of things in common. They all have around the 40-minute flight time. These 2 have a little bit more than the other 2, but they're all right around that 40-minute mark. The 640T has a 12-kilometer range, transmission range. These 3 all have 15-kilometer range. The big differences come in the camera arrays. So on the 640T, you have a wide-angle visible light camera, and then 1 thermal camera that's 640 by 512 resolution. Then we get into the EVO Max series. This is the 4T and the 4N. Same platform, slightly different cameras. The 4T has a thermal camera, the same one as that, but it has a different wide-angle camera and then a telephoto camera, so you can get really zoomed in, which will help us once we see heat signature, get up close and personal and investigate. And it has a rangefinder as well. Same story here, but this has a starlight camera, so it can actually pretty much fly in complete darkness and still get a pretty good image. And the Alpha has a massive camera array with twin thermal cameras, a very beefy wide-angle lens, and a beefy telephoto lens as well. So pretty incredible zoom capabilities on this, as well as rangefinders on this guy. So we're gonna start small, see what we can find, and then if we need to scale up, we'll do so and try to find this deer. Okay, so you've got marked on Onyx where you shot it, and I think some of the blood trail.
Yep, so I shot him up in here on this alfalfa field.
Okay.
I tracked the blood down through here. This trail's a mess right now, but
it's all right.
I went down to this pin, found blood here and here. He came up here and then across.
Okay.
So he made it quite a little bit of probably 200 yards.
Okay, gotcha.
That I could find blood, so.
Okay. Next step might be take the gator out and kind of show us roughly where it was and go from there.
Sounds good.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right, let's hit it. Are you gonna miss class for this, or?
No, I only had one. I just came from class, so I'm done for today now. The field where I shot him was over there, up there, and then he came down through here, crossed through the middle of here. Okay. The last blood I found was down in the woods, about 80 yards straight here probably.
Okay.
I'll show you the picture of, I'm pretty sure it's this buck that I have.
Got him on a trail cam?
Yeah, pretty certain it's that guy right
Okay.
there. Yup.
All right, so we're gonna start with the 640T, the smallest of the bunch, and just see what we can get done with that. So this is obviously the visible light camera, but then we can go split screen and see our thermal.
Oh, wow, this one.
Too soon to tell. So what you really gotta do is dial in the like the envelope it's looking for. So right now it's just sort of looking at everything.
Gotcha.
Well, there's
Looks like
those
some
are
deer.
definitely animals right there.
Yeah.
Um,
So once you find one, you can like zoom in on it and see the.
so this one only has digital zoom. So we can zoom, but it's just a digital crop in, you know? Oh, there it is. See it right there? See it? Like you would never see that without the thermal. So I mean there's no reason that couldn't be it. So I think what we're gonna run into is there's a lot of options. We gotta check out a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's yours, I don't know. So the thing to do might be already to switch to the bigger drone that has a better zoom.
That's a doe, I can tell.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a doe.
But my understanding is that they'll show a heat signature about 48 hours after they're dead.
Gotcha.
That's my understanding. Yeah, like I said, my guess is we're gonna have tons of options to check out.
Yeah. There's been a lot of deer.
Yeah. But look at how well it sees through that canopy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't that amazing? Okay, so we're seeing some deer. We've already seen 3 or 4. But the trouble is we're not able to zoom in close enough to really identify until we get right on top of it, whether it's a doe or whether it's alive or dead. So we're gonna bring this one back and we're gonna switch over to the 4T that has the dedicated telephoto lens that allows us to zoom in nice and close without getting really low off the grass. And it's kind of hilly here, so I'm afraid of dropping below the horizon and losing connection. So we're gonna bring this one back and keep looking with another drone.
Sounds good. Yup.
All right, so we switched over to the EVO Max 4T. Again, this one has the same thermal camera, but it's paired with a 10 times optical zoom telephoto camera. So that should really help us get a closer look at targets when we see them. Okay, so we're back here where we left off. Let's try to identify what that one thermal signature was. So now we should be able to see the benefits of this zoom camera. Yeah, that's a doe.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's clear as day. Like
Yeah.
that's
really
the
good.
difference
Holy
between
cow.
the 640T and
Yeah, that's a big time.
the 4T is we're getting that level of detail. I mean, you can almost tell that deer's name. All right, so let's go back to thermal and keep looking. What's nice is on these drones, it'll show that flight path we were over.
That is
And
nice.
it should even retain that when we change batteries. So
Really?
we should be able to keep track of kind of where we've been.
Yeah.
The trouble is switching drone
That's
to drone, we
nice.
don't get that. So
Yeah,
you got to kind of keep in mind when we switch drones. But so like we're seeing straight through that canopy all the way to the
that's
ground. If you
crazy.
switch to the zoom camera, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there's not a lot of leaves on the trees, but it's so much clearer. I mean, there's your 1-to-1 comparison.
That's crazy.
Pretty cool tool.
Is that something? Hard to tell.
Yeah, so you can kind of like pan around like this and see different angles.
Gotcha.
Now that you see it from that angle, it's pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah.
But I find that like panning around and showing different perspectives makes it really helpful. I found what you're looking for is just bright white. Sometimes it'll show up in color, sometimes it doesn't, just because it's like such a fine line between, you know, just the temperature of the trees from the ambient light, since it's warm out, is like pretty close. So you don't always get color, but if you see bright white and sharp lines, that's kind of the giveaway that there's something alive there. It's helpful to go side by side sometimes. So if you center it up in the thermal, it should be lined up pretty well.
Looks like another doe.
I think that's another doe. I mean, that's
Zooms like crazy.
That's crazy. Pretty sure that's a doe. At night when they're walking, you can see the heat signature left from their footprints.
I've seen videos of that. Yeah, I did.
But we're not having any trouble finding deer.
Uh-uh.
Like, that's not the problem. Problem is just finding the right deer. I really like how you can see
Yeah,
how
that
wide
helps
your
a
field
lot.
of view
'Cause,
is.
Yeah.
Because you know, like, you're getting overlap. Kind of like spraying crops. Like, you know, you're getting overlap and not missing anything. So like that is almost the right size and shape, but it doesn't have that sharp outline. So I'm going to eliminate that. I think that's just a part of ground that's warming unevenly. So like there's that doe we saw earlier. Look at how
Oh,
super
yeah,
clear.
for sure.
So you kind of know when you see a deer. So that's what we're looking for. All right, let's maybe just kind of pattern this miscanthus for a while. Try that out. So you can like click and drag over an area, and it'll estimate
Oh,
the
wow.
maximum temperature. Okay, we just flew for, I don't know, probably 25 minutes, something like that, would you say? On one
Around there.
battery. So even though it's, it says 40 minutes of flight time, that's hovering. That's ideal conditions, hovering with no wind. Real time, like it's pretty windy. We've been flying fast, hovering, stopping and going, like pretty intensive flight, and we're still getting, I'm just gonna guess 25 minutes of flight time, real world. So you can get a lot done in that time. And it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, and these can handle a little bit of weather, but the Alpha actually has IP55 rating. So we're gonna put that up because it can handle pretty substantial rainfall. It's just sprinkling, but to be safe and to show you guys another offering in the Autel lineup, we're gonna swap over to the Alpha. I'm gonna leave the controller for the 4T on so we can see exactly where we've looked. The 4T, like I said, does retain these flight paths between flights, which is super nice. But obviously when we go drone to drone, we're gonna lose that. So we'll just keep that up so we can reference it, but get the Alpha booted up and ready to go. So these are the batteries for the Alpha, and it can take 2 batteries. As you can see, we're booted up with just 1 battery in it. We're gonna go ahead and stick both in, but yeah, 2 batteries set up here, and that allows for easy hot swapping, so the drone can actually stay fully powered up while you're swapping batteries. But yeah, these 2 batteries give it that just about 40-minute flight time in hovering in perfect scenarios. But real life, we're gonna get less than that, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on our flight time. Okay, this guy being a little bit bigger, we're gonna take off a little bit further away. Not quite as dangerous as a spray drone, but we're still gonna take it seriously. I think with this big guy, we'll really cover some acreage. I'm excited to see how the thermal optical zoom works, having the dual thermal cameras.
Oh,
Excited to see what that does for us. So. Okay, so here's what we were talking about with the dual thermal cameras on the Alpha. So we've got a deer identified here, but now we're gonna actually zoom in on the thermal camera, and you're gonna see exactly how good it is. I mean, there's no denying that.
Oh.
And if you look at the visible side, I mean, you can't see a thing. Look at that. So I wonder if with this one, if we just maybe we get really high.
Probably cover some serious ground
Yeah,
with that.
exactly. All right, you guys see this leaf? Let's just zoom all the way out, and you can see how far we are from this. But wait, we're still in the zoom camera. Let's go to the wide angle. Here's your main flight camera. That is insane.
That's ridiculous.
All right, we're bringing the Alpha down. It is out of battery. We're gonna go back to the 4T because we only have one set of batteries for this with us. Honestly, the 4T has been everything we've needed. This thing has insane zoom capabilities. We used up to like 140 times zoom on the Alpha, but anything over that was just unnecessary. And the 4T gets you almost there. So we're gonna go back to the 4T and keep looking. But this guy was really impressive. Right at 30 minutes flight time in real world condition with a lot of wind, flying fast and ducking down, checking things out. So pretty impressed with that.
I guess maybe more into this miscanthus.
Okay.
Because I guess it'd be really easy to check it out real quick.
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
So. There, and
me.
maybe just this little tree line. And
Okay. All right, we're back to the 4T. Again, it's kind of been everything we've needed, so we're gonna take off and keep looking. Well, Elliot, we combed this area pretty good, and unfortunately we're out of time for today. Didn't have success yet. You're gonna keep looking, I'm sure, but What'd you think of the drones in general?
Oh, they were pretty sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw probably 20 deer with them or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good at finding the deer and covering a lot of land. So
Yeah. Anyway, we're bummed about that. Hoping you find your deer,
yeah,
but yeah, we were impressed by the Autels for sure. For my money, the 4T or the 4N, if you need night vision, is the way to go. The 640T is great, but having that optical zoom camera is really a game changer. And the Alpha's amazing, but it's pretty overkill for something like this. I mean,
Yeah.
we just dug it out to give it a go and see what it was all about. But that zoom is incredible. I think the 4T would be a great option for anybody doing deer recovery, or even you said scouting. Like there'd be a good application for scouting. Tell me about that a little bit.
I mean, just pre-season, seeing what's on your property, where they're hanging out. I think that would be pretty good. Get the job done.
Well, Elliot, thanks again for having us.
Yep.
Sorry we couldn't find your deer, but appreciate
Yep.
the opportunity to kind of show you what these drones are all about.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out here. It was cool to see all the different drones and learned a lot. So
Glad to hear it. Well, if you have any more questions about Autel products or anything else we sell, you can find it on our website, agrispraydrones.com, or you can get a hold of somebody there and we'll help you out. Thanks.